program covers the basic understanding of the Grant Accountability and Transparency Act, or the GATA, pre-award process. The GATA pre-award requirements include the following. First, the Grant Accountability and Transparency Act, or GATA, provides uniform guidance for all state of Illinois grant programs. State agencies are required to manage grant programs in accordance with GATA and uniform federal guidance. Applicants and grantees must comply with GATA grant requirements. Secondly, GATA requires applicant organizations to complete the following steps before receiving a grant award. First, pre-qualification on the GATA grantee portal. Second, completion of 2 risk assessments, one fiscal and administrative, meaning internal controls questionnaire, or the ICQ, and programmatic risk assessment. For the GATA pre-award requirements, pre-qualification requirements must be completed before an entity can submit a grant application to the state of Illinois. The 2 risk assessments can be completed at any time before the issuance of a state award. People move from user authentication, grantee registration on the GATA grantee portal, verification of pre-qualification status, and then to fiscal and administrative risk assessment and programmatic risk assessment. For pre-qualification requirements, GATA requires that an entity does the following things. First, have a valid FEIN number. Second, have a valid DUNS number. Third, have a current SAM.gov account. Fourth, not be on the federal excluded parties list. Fifth, be in good standing with the Illinois Secretary of State as applicable. Sixth, not be on the Illinois Stop Payment list. And finally, not be on the Department of Healthcare and Family Services Providers Sanction list. Those requirements are verified and maintained on the GATA grantee portal. GATA pre-qualification processes have steps involved. So to begin the process, an entity must follow these steps in order. First, obtain a Federal Employee Identification Number, or FEIN, and that process is free of charge. Step 2, register your business with the state of Illinois. There is a cost involved in this step. Step 3, register with the Illinois Dept of Revenue. This is also free. Step 4, obtain a DUNS or DUNS number, also free of charge. Step 5, register with the System Award Management, SAM or SAM, at SAM.gov. That's also at no cost. And Step 6, register with the Grant Accountability and Transparency Act, or GATA, which is free. The process is completed once and then maintained through the portal. For the first step, how do you obtain an FEIN number? An FEIN, or Federal Employer Identification Number, is used by the federal government to identify a business entity. To obtain this number, you would first go to the IRS website. Second, click on How to Apply for an EIN. And third, follow the instructions for your preferred method to apply. If you can apply online, you can get an FEIN/EIN number immediately. It is free to obtain this number. Step 2, how do you register your business with Illinois? Illinois business can organize as sole proprietorship, general and limited partnership, limited liability partnership, or LLP, limited liability companies, or LLC, an S Corp or a C Corp. For more information regarding getting your business incorporated or different types of business structures, or finding your county clerk's office, visit the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity, or DCEO's website. Registering your business with Illinois. For sole proprietorships and general partnerships, When a business name is different from the owner's full legal name, the Illinois Assumed Name Act requires sole proprietorships and general partnerships to register with their local county clerk's office for registration under the Assumed Name Act. For help finding your county clerk's office, visit the DCEO's website. To register your business with Illinois, you need to incorporate. This is easily located by referring to the Illinois Secretary of State Business Services website and reviewing the necessary forms for your entity's designation. Again, limited partnership, limited liability company, limited liability partnership, Corporation C or Corporation S. Note that government entities, school districts, and select religious organizations are not required to be registered with the Illinois Secretary of State. There is a cost for incorporating your business with the state of Illinois, and it is dependent on your entity's designation. Registering with the Department of Revenue. Any entity conducting business in Illinois or has Illinois customers must register their business with the Illinois Department of Revenue. There is an online site that one can visit, mytax.illinois.gov. It is free to register with the Department of Revenue. Obtaining a DUNS or DUNS number. DUNS stands for Data Universal Numbering System and is the official tracking database of all government contractors. To register for a DUNS number, you would go to fedgov.dnb.com/webform. A valid DUNS number will be required to complete Step 5. Register with SAM.gov. It can take 1 business day to obtain your DUNS number, and it is free. Registering with SAM.gov. SAM.gov is the central registration point for all government contractors and review of federal stop pay lists. To register a new SAM.gov account, you will need the following: a valid DUNS number, your taxpayer identification number or FEIN number, banking information such as the bank's routing number and bank account number. This is needed to set up electronic funds transfer, a valid email address, and access to a mobile phone to receive a security code. To verify an existing SAM.gov account, you would check the date are up to date by going to sam.gov/sam/pages/public/sam status tracker.jsf, and it is free. Information is provided in the slide presentation on registering in SAM.gov. Complete the steps to create a SAM.gov account. Once you have created a SAM.gov account, log in and register your entity as instructed. You will need to complete each section of the registration. Click Start Registration to begin the process. Obtaining an active SAM.gov account can take several weeks, depending on the volume of requests to SAM.gov. If you have any questions about the process, SAM.gov offers a customer service line at the number 866-606-8220. There is also a live chat option on their website. Submit a notarized letter to SAM.gov. So after registration, SAM.gov requires you to send a notarized letter indicating you are the authorized entity administrator. Use the templates provided at fsd.gov and print them on your entity's letterhead. After completed and notarized, mail the document to the Federal Service Desk. That is provided on the slide presentation. Registering with GATA. After completing steps 1 through 5, entities must register with GATA to verify the qualified status. To register with GATA, go to the GATA Grantee portal at grants.illinois.gov/portal. Entities must complete the following steps: authentication, grantee registration, and verification of pre-qualification status. First, authentication. Authentication verifies the relationship between an individual and the organization they represent, and is performed once for each individual association with a registration. A personal or business email is required to establish an account on the grantee portal. To obtain account, click the Create Account button. For help with the Illinois.gov authentication portal, please click the Can't Access Your Account link below the Sign In button. This information is provided in the slide presentation. The Create a New Account registration is provided as well, as is account validation. Grantee registration. Grantee registration is completed by browsing to grants.illinois.gov/portal and signing in with your new Illinois public account. You will be requested to enter your DUNS number to associate your Illinois.gov account with your organization. New accounts must enter the organization's information on the registration screen. Existing accounts must click the Edit button next to the organization name on the main menu. The PowerPoint presentation shows an example of the Illinois Grant Accountability and Transparency Act portal, the sign-in sheet. Also, the grantee portal disclaimer, which you would need to accept, and the associate grantee, where you would need to enter your DUNS number. The registration process is also illustrated in the slide presentation. Verification of pre-qualification status. After registration, the GATA website will electronically verify the pre-qualification requirements and nightly thereafter. Initial verification may take 1 to 3 business days. Pre-qualification issues and remediation support will be provided through the grantee portal as illustrated in the slide presentation. Risk assessments. GATA requires entities to complete a fiscal and administrative and programmatic risk assessment prior to receiving a grant award. These assessments can be completed before, during, or after the application process. For the fiscal and administrative, or ICQ, it is available on the GATA grantee portal after successful registration and pre-qualification. The programmatic risk assessment will be made available by the state agency during or after the application period. Fiscal and administrative risk assessment. For this, entities must complete an internal controls questionnaire, or an ICQ, as the fiscal and administrative risk assessment, as illustrated in the slide presentation. The ICQ is available on the GATA grantee portal and completed once annually. All state agencies will utilize the results of the ICQ. The ICQ contains 10 sections of questions that a grantee must complete, as illustrated. When all of the questions are complete, the Submit button will become red. Enter the names of the entity CEO and CFO and the person completing the assessment and click Certify and Submit. Programmatic risk assessment. Entities must complete a grant-specific programmatic risk assessment for each grant award. Note that your state awarding agency will inform you of the timing of the programmatic risk assessment and administer the programmatic risk assessment. The Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity, or DCEO, will request a programmatic risk assessment be completed after you have submitted your grant application and DCEO has determined to move forward with your grant application. For questions, you may contact your cognizant state agency. Contact information is in the GATA grantee portal, your grant manager, or email ceo.gata@illinois.gov. Refer to the Understanding the GATA Pre-Award Process Grantee Guide for additional instructions. For additional assistance completing pre-qualification requirements, contact First Stop Business Information Center. The DCEO offers a single statewide resource for entrepreneurs and businesses to obtain comprehensive regulatory and permitting information. Center staff provide professional guidance to the entrepreneurs by linking them to state and local resources. Services can include toll-free helpline 1-800-252-2923, or you can email them. Para información en español, por favor llamar al 1-800-252-2923. Business Startup Kits and Business Specialists and Starting Your Business in Illinois Handbook is also provided, both in English and Spanish. For information on Illinois funding opportunities and to view current funding opportunities available in the state of Illinois, visit the Illinois Catalog of State Financial Assistance, or the CSFA, at the website listed on the slide presentation. DCEO has and will continue to issue funding opportunities for Illinois entities. To stay informed of the latest funding opportunities DCEO has to offer, review the CSFA and follow the DCEO on social media, such as Facebook, LinkedIn, and/or Twitter.